looks like a field goal. Touchdown with finesse, that's a heel toe. Look, what you thought? Think better. Sundress, no drawers, got the seat wetter. Got my suede jumpsuit for the wind chill. Hot girl, but she blowing like a windmill. Truly, I ain't got a flex for the routine. Too clean with a plate full of poutine. Worrying about me, can't help you.
They be alright.
You're right. How dare they?
Double XP. Okay.
I don't know, because today's Labor Day. I don't think I'm getting shit today, even though they lied to me.
Well,
Amazon
aren't
told
you
me they
guys
gonna deliver
supposed to
some
do
shit.
like aren't you guys supposed to get like another stimulus over there?
Honey, okay, I ain't holding my breath. I'm hoping, but I ain't holding my breath.
I felt that. I felt that.
I mean,
And
they said they.
You be out of line, out of bounds, out of comeback. I be out of time, what it does at. You be telling lies in your rhymes, where your fun's at.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun, and I'm here today to actually do some work. I want to actually get back into the swing of things and get some work done. We're not gonna be worried about we're not gonna be worried about no troll today, folks. We're going to be actually concentrating on our mission, which is to work on our Archive Infinity. I'm back to working on a part of it again. I know I still got some other stuff I gotta get done, but I want to go ahead and concentrate on this this part right here. Now, since I got some motions for it, I'd like to thank Ramster for hooking me up and having me able to buy these motions from him. Check him out, Ramster. I'll probably put a link to his motions in here later. But for now, folks, let me turn this off. Let me get here we go. So I'm gonna be working on this scene right here. I pulled it out last night. Added this character to it. This is the new version of her. This is a pretty old scene. I don't know if y'all seen this scene, but started this scene like 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And actually, I started this scene way back in 2018, and said I'll come back to it after I go and finish up some other stuff. And everybody know what history has to say about me working on stuff. So I'm gonna play some music and get into beast mode and just start laying. Today I'm just right now I'm just gonna lay the animation out. I'm going to just come in here and lay out the way I want the characters to interact with each other. Then after that, we'll probably go and taking this into Motion Builder and finishing it off in there. Actually, not finishing off, but making the animations blend together. What I need for the blend. So that's about it, folks. So enjoy the show.
Left out with the who she laying game like 2D. I been kicking like Bruce Lee. Margarita to the brim tip. Black denim need a slim fit. Same people that I flex with be the ones that I'm in the gym with. I'm a living legend.
Yeah, if you got any questions, just leave them in the box. I sure will try to answer them.
Keep the head right. Teed up out in Malibu. Got sand all in my good shoes. Press a with the pessimism, but I only came for the good news. I am the show that they came for, hitting the target I aim for. We've been discussing the contract, just telling they get what they paid for. I am not with poverty, really it started to bother me. I need the yacht with the property, they come with the view that you gotta see. Came up from the basement, hit the rooftop with a passion. Bad with some good credit and a good sense for the fashion. Dope blowing with the left hand, gripping with the right hand. Uber share to the airport, I'ma hit you back when my flight
Bill, I'm
land.
in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'ma flick up. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up.
Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat foot with the bare face and a slick tongue, that's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back. She bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I'm padding my stack. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the backboard, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Niggas cross need to laugh more. I keep it 100 on dashboard. The live show needed passport, cause the beat bounced to the cap torn. Feel like I live it, fast forward, but I asked for it. Misfit, got a quick lit on a crash course from the tattered garment to the tabloid. Fuck how I live it into existence. Might be ahead of myself, but the bank account did jump up a couple figures. Feel like nobody could fuck with us. I'm a flight risk. I play among the stars in the Hollywood Hill. The space station couldn't even get in touch with me. Praise faith that I stuck with it. Wave.
No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. Where everything I say turn into the real thing. I tell her run it up, cause you know it ain't a thing. We made it out the slums, the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. Where everything I'm saying turn into the real thing. I've been living like I'm famous. Like I don't show my face as I'm jumping on the stage. Like I'm living in a daydream. Lost in imagination. She only want me when she fake. She quick to tell me I'm a fake. She ain't told no lie, she love it when I catch my cadence. She gone off the deep end, pull up every weekend. I hate to let her down, but I'm in a fast life, so you never slowing me down. Heart rate jumping like an no sleep out. How you switch up, you always help me down. Wonder why I turn into a cold of me now. It could be worse, right? I got where I'm at without no work-life balance. You tell me that it's love, but I'm knowing that it's madness. Swap with me, God, cut us from the same fabric. No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. But everything I say turn into the real thing. Tell them run it up, you know it ain't a thing. We made it out of songs with the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. But everything I'm saying turn into the real thing.
Nay, nay, yeah, 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 yeah. Lloro con mi soledad, tan fuerte que fuimos más que amigos. Bebé, perdón porque te hice mal, perdóname. No se sabe lo que tienes hasta el día que tú lo pierdes. Solo traguito nada más, que sobria ya no puedo ni verte, ya, ya, para no acordarme de nada. Pero después regresa más fuerte al verte. Estoy cansada de la vida, porque sin ti no va nada bien, echando sal a la herida, el limón al aguardiente, yeah. Despechada mejor, ya que si dame arroz, dame todo lo que toco. El problema es peor, mucho siento por vos, pero se me ve poco, yeah. Dime qué vamos a hacer, si cuando tomo todo lo malo se va. Y al amanecer, ya me doy cuenta que no se olvida nada. Dime qué vamos a hacer, sé cuando tomo todo lo malo se va. Y al amanecer, ya me doy cuenta que no se olvida nada. Solo un traguito nada más, que sobria ya no puedo ni verte, ya, ya, para no acordarme de nada. Pero después regresa más fuerte al verte. ¿Sabes lo que pasará? Que los recuerdos me matarán antes que los tragos hagan su trabajo. Sentirme en las nubes estando bien bajo, no afrontando nada y buscando atajos. Es que el bar es mi mejor amigo y la misma vez mi enemigo, pero solo sé que sigo. Dime qué vamos a hacer, si cuando tomo todo lo malo se va. Y al amanecer, ya me doy cuenta que no se olvida nada. Dime qué vamos a hacer, sé cuando tomo todo lo malo se va. Y al amanecer, ya me doy cuenta que no se olvida nada. Solo un traguito like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the words in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. It's like you almost know what I am thinking. 'Cause I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. I got an ache inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed. Oh, can I seal it? You're like an ocean without land. Not a single grain of sand. I'm drifting on it. So cold, get warm. When you hold me, when you're close. I know, I'm a lost case, I'm a mess. But everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter, right through the gray. signed XO. My ace boom boom, no flex, no. I won't gas you up like petrol. Just trying to take you way up where the jets go. But you didn't notice that. Keep clocking all my hours, I told you that. Work now, play later. But you keep going off on me. Keep texting like it's all on me. Yeah, you're all in my head like you're my forever, not for right now. My day one, you hold me down. Hard cold like the wintertime. Fight for your love, can't slow me down. Don't go far. I take me and you over living large. Know I'll be there wherever you are. Cause you shine bright like, you shine bright like a shoeless star. Everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray. No, I'm sturdy like a Millie Rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket. Don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket. It sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the knock. No, Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, I can't do no time to leave that gun around. In my teens, we were acting up and running around. Now we're grown, sticking to it if it's necessary. On the ground from January to January. Never met nobody who retired when they were young. So I guess I gotta get it to the cemetery. Getting paid just for rapping is fun. I lit up around the month of February. Total side, no electric. It's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Total side, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777. Couple of money in my head just to say they did it. Can't lie, I'm so paranoid in the
Yeah, what's up, Chuck? Yeah, dude, I know what you mean. It's hard to get through some of the garbage that he spews out of his mouth, and you know, it's just that what you have. Yes, it is. It is very offensive, you know, and you know, he's just an old, spiteful, hateful piece of crap. That's what he is, and there ain't too much I can really say. Okay, so I know I'm gonna grab these two motions right here. So there ain't too much I can really say about it, you know, because that's just the way he is. You know, he's a crook, thief, you know, just an all around comic book character villain. That's all he is, you know. That car. Oh, I didn't make the car. I didn't make the car. I just I got it from Daz, and I made the scene. You know, I was working on this scene right here, but you know, she's gonna. The thing is, the way I got this made is that she's gonna jump down behind him, sneak up and attack him, then do her little stealth thing where she disappears, and then go after this guy and kill him too. So, yeah, she's gonna stomp this dude in his neck, like that. So I'm just getting the animations together. I forgot that I have to convert some of these characters. He's Doc Ock. If Doc Ock was Bizarro, you know. Well, yeah, man. I mean, his whole life pertains to stealing what he can get his hands on, lying to people, and trying to convince people that he's something that he's not. I mean, that's his whole spiel. And one of his biggest things that I don't know if anybody ever got this about Mr. McPeak is that he's really jealous. He gets really angry when someone that he think is on his level is doing way more than he ever could. Let me see. I think it's just 3 male. I think what I'm looking for is in here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. He's been admitting to a majority of the garbage that everybody's been saying that he's been doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stuff about his dad, the airline hijacker, all that stuff. He finally admitted to it. You know, they're testing the sirens out today, folks. He. Yeah, I mean that's just goes to show who he is. Let's see, law enforcement. No, I need that. Never in my life have I met such a habitual, just constant liar. Yours just came on too? Yeah, they're testing. Yeah, the sky's blue. There ain't nothing going on out there unless a nuke is something that's coming. That's the only other time you'll probably hear it come on is like, is there a nuke on its way here? But I doubt that. So, let me go my characters. Let me get a character out. Why these guys gotta work? I'm just gonna get a regular Genesis character out. Yeah, he's just a spiteful old man. That's him. Yep, sure is. First Monday of the month, it always comes on. Him, Rogue Anime, and a few other of the spiteful hatefuls out there. Who don't have too much to do, but to sit back and watch what I do and watch what I do and lie and try to entice me. Let's go with this Michael 7 here. I mean that's all they got. I mean that's all Joe has. And here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Let's go. Here's Ari. Let's see. So that's basically. I mean, I don't pay the dude no attention. I mean, Tootsie. Tootsie's with my sister right now until my health gets better. I can't walk her, and I can't put no pressure on my foot. So, so she's gonna stay with my sister for a while until yeah. That's the footsie. Oh, my foot. How my foot's doing? My foot is it's healing. It's slowly but surely it's healing. It's getting better. And got some. I got a little bit more work to do, but it's healing. They got me on a second machine here. I got 2 machines. One hooked to my foot for the to drain it, and another one I got a tube going straight to going sort of kind of close to my heart to where it's pumping antibiotics. So it's nothing big, but I'm able to come home. That's the best thing about it. I didn't want to stay in the hospital, so go figure. Go figure. But I'm getting better, folks. I'm getting way better. I'm going to get better real soon. Let's see. Users, public. Yeah, I'm going to get better, man. I gotta do quite a few things. And one of the biggest thing is to keep up with my health and make sure I don't go downhill. And luckily, let's see, template. Character 3 template, and let's see, dash resource, get a pose, I'm gonna make a CC3 character, CC3 plus character, and I'm going to use a G3 a pose, male, yeah, that's it. There we go. So I'm going to replace the character that I have in there with this. This should be better. Oh, hold up 1 second, folks. I gotta make sure. Let me go to my scene here, and let me make sure the dude's suit ain't disappearing on me. No, it's not. Oh, good. It's not disappearing on me. Good. All right, we good. We's good. So I can export him out. Well, whenever the dad catches up with me. Yeah. I clone motion builder files, battle 1. Oh, no, this is not where I want this. I want this, I'm gonna put it in this folder right here. Yeah, put this folder. There you go. So I want to go over here and I'm just gonna work on my stuff all day, folks. So you think it would take a little bit of time for Joe's new victim to catch up with him? Yeah, it's gonna take some time for them to catch up with him, but I do believe they will take that video down. And I think they're gonna take the video down for the sole reason that he decided to steal the video, and he has a history of stealing people's videos and putting them on his channel. And instead of giving the correct credit to where credit is due at, he decides that he wants to make people believe that he did all the animation or any production that goes on with the video. Take for instance the real Benny D. What he did with the Benny D is he will approach you like he always does. Either he'll approach you as an alt or he'll approach you as as himself, and he'll ask you could he get your video to put on his channel so he can promote it. But what he's really asking you is to let him have let him take your video off of your channel so he can get views for it, so he can boost up his channel, and then later down the road actually start the process of taking your videos off of your channel, claiming that those are his videos. That's what he does. I mean, he did it to Benny D. YouTube allows him on the platform because I haven't reported him in yet. See, I haven't reported him in to YouTube, let them know that he has another channel. See, he's actually been taken off the platform. He's actually been banned off the platform. I just haven't reported him in yet. You know, you call yourself giving somebody a chance to do right, and it seems like they don't want to do right. You know, they seem like they want to constantly do the same thing, and as long as they can aim their vengeance and their evilness at you, you know, you think I'll be tired of him, whatever. But I just haven't had a chance to report him in, because every time I report him in, he'll just make another channel. You know, it's like a cockroach. You know, it's like a cockroach. You know, so I have to take my time out. Constantly write them letters saying, listen, he's back, he's doing this, no, please remove his channel. You removed his channel once before, blah 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 this, blah 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 this, and they'll just take his I mean, he's probably got several or 8 different channels made already, So when this channel he's on right now goes down, he's just going to go to another one. But, I can report this channel in, and then they'll take it down because he has violated the terms and services, and he's not supposed to have a channel. That's why every time you see him now, when he gets a channel and gets taken down, it says violation of policies. It's because he's violated the policies by him having another channel. See, he thinks he's invincible, but he's not. Basically anybody. Just be honest with you, I don't have to report him in. Anybody can report him in, saying, "Listen, this guy was taken down off your platform. He has another channel. Can you please take it down? This guy's offensive stuff." Yeah, he's probably got thousands of email addresses that he can go to, Then what he does is he goes over to GoDaddy, and GoDaddy has this thing where you can get a phone number through them. And what he does is he uses once he uses up those phone numbers, he goes back to GoDaddy and makes up new phone numbers. And they don't cost nothing like $4 a month, but you can go to GoDaddy and have a phone number made for your business. Now, Joe is on the GoDaddy platform just like me, and I could do the same thing. They give you up to 2 numbers at a time. So out them 2 numbers, he can use those numbers up to 6, 7, 8 different times, and until he can't use it no more to have live streams. And that's the thing, So he it's just the game he plays that he thinks nobody knows what he's doing, but we actually know what he's doing. And I'm waiting for Character Creator to start up, folks. Character Creator, I don't know why I did everything I possibly can to optimize Character Creator. I still don't know why it takes so long for this thing to start up. I do not know. It takes at least 5 minutes for this thing to start up. I have no clue why it does this. I don't know what iClone made, but they need to optimize this thing for startup, to start so it can start up faster. Or tell us how to optimize it so it can start up faster. Yeah, I was watching The Matrix 2 the other day. New CC3 character base was introduced in version 3.3. More sliders, blah, blah, blah. To make the most CC3 character base, please check out the Ultimate Morphs Pack 400. Oh, I already know that. I know that. At least I think I know that. Hold up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh. Man, you talk about from the original scene where he did when he went on Tai Chi. That scene would be hard to remake. It ain't like it can't be done, but it'll be really hard. There's a guy in our iClone Movie Makers Guild who actually did remake that scene. He did it all in iClone. He didn't use no motion ability. He had keyframed it using the curve editor and some other things, but he redid the whole thing. It looked pretty cool. The way he did it. Oh my God. That scene? Jesus. That was a huge scene, man. That was a really huge scene. I don't think anybody, from what I understand, that scene was composed, was prevised in Poser. Because I heard they used Poser for some of the pre-visual work for the Matrix movie. I think it was the second one when he took on all of Mr. Smith. And then they took what they did, somehow exported it out, or they just redid the animation. But the original, the pre-visual artist actually went and used Poser for a lot of the movie, because it was quick and fast. So I heard. Let's see. This is just a gen mail. Genesis mail. Yep. Go to scene. Actually, we'll go to scene. Yeah. Go to. surfaces. Similar outfit. No, I don't. I need to get this. Click on this. Wingen is showing nudity. I know what's going through his freaking small brain right now. I'm trying to. I guess I'm gonna have to come over here to characters and grab some skin. Let's see, Michael 7. Whoops. No, he'll cancel. It didn't cancel. Where is it? I just need some skin. Let's go to materials. I can grab it from over here. Eddie, Agent, Dante, Michael, Kenji 7, Michael 7. Here we go. Iray and Michael 7 all maps. There we go. So that's that. And then go to surfaces. Go ahead, put that up. Click on this. Click on this. Click on that. Click on this. Hit copy. Go down here. Hold up. Let me make sure nobody talking to me over here. Okay, nobody talking to me over there. Let's say in the second movie when you follow in super smooth, not a lot of textures. Yeah. Yeah. Say that. And go here, 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 and there, and done. And just hit OK, and just wait for the character to pop in. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of textures in that scene. Most of that scene was, I mean, it was CGI, but a lot of it was After Effects. A whole lot of it was After Effects. You know, After Effects. I don't know what they use. I don't know if they use Max. I don't know if they use Maya or whatever they use for that scene. I don't know. You know, it can't. It wasn't. Believe me, that scene was not made all in Poser. You know, maybe some of the animation could have been made in Poser or reanimated in Maya or Max or whatever the program was back then. I can't really tell you, you know, but chances are it could have been Maya. It was animated in, but that was a big scene, you know, and that had to take a really powerful computer at the time to do all that stuff. You know, we could probably do that now, you know, compared to what that movie came out how many years ago? It came out like in the 90s. Early 2000s or something like that. I don't know. I just know I saw it a long time. I don't know. I think I only saw that movie like once in my life, just once in my life. I'll probably go back and watch it again. It's on Netflix. I'll probably go back and watch it. You know. Yeah, 2003. Think about it. It's been, woo. Let's see. Shit, it's been almost 20 years since that movie was made. That's a long time ago, man. A really long time ago. That's why I hate using Character Creator. That's why I like using Character Creator offline. Because you see how long it takes. Oh, they did? Really? Well, it's all had commercials and stuff in it. I'd rather just go to Netflix and watch on Netflix where I have no interruptions whatsoever. And I can pause it. I can pause it, you know. But hey, have you went to Amazon and checked out The Boys yet? I'm gonna watch that probably later on this afternoon. I gotta check that out. I watched the first season of The Boys on Amazon, and it was dope. I liked it. I liked it a lot. You know, I just hate the fact that it took so long for them to do a second season, and now with the second season, they put the episodes out by week. I'm like, man, come on, dude. What's the use of binging on this shit if you're gonna put it out by week? You know, I like to binge on my shows like I did with the Umbrella Academy. That was awesome. Yeah, the first season was wild. The first season, that was awesome, dude. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna watch the episodes. I'm just gonna wait for them all to come out. I think it's usually something like some 8 episodes, so it's probably going to be about 2 months before I watch it. You know, watch the whole thing, because like I said, I like to binge on my superhero stuff. You know, I can't wait for a week. I gotta like watch it like right away. You know, I'll sit here up here one Sunday afternoon and watch 8 hours of whatever it is. You know. Oh, the Umbrella. Oh yeah. You on the first season, Umbrella Academy, or the second season? Actually, it's 3 seasons. I do believe. I do believe it's 3 seasons. Or you know, I don't know. I know I've seen all the episodes, and it's crazy. It's okay. Well, I'm not gonna ruin nothing for you, but it's good. It's good. I mean, it's like it kind of gives you like this Watchmen, like if you like the Watchmen type of vibe to it, because the way the story is and how crazy it is. It's like in some type of strange reality type thing, where it like sort of kind of like Watchmen is. It's crazy. It's really good. And it has good character development. I think it's one of the shows that really get into one of those. It's actually a comic book, but the comic book, I never read the comic book. I'm just like I said, maybe one day I go back and read the comic book for the Umbrella Academy. I think it's on. I think it's on Dark Horse. I believe. I think maybe. Why did it link me to the CC3 Plus Ultimate Morphs? I mean, unless they're gonna give it to me for free. So I do believe I own these, unless they came out with a new pack. No, this is I own this. I mean, I don't understand why they do this crap. Yeah, I kind of figured this was gonna happen. So this was worthless. That's this. So this is worthless. I'm just gonna use the characters that are inside of. Yeah, I figured that's what it was gonna happen. So I'm just gonna use the characters that's inside of here and just use a proxy for this guy. Makes no sense messing with that. Nope, I have never seen the Watchmen series. United Artists is Dark Horse. There is no more Dark Horse comics. See, that's how long it's been since I've read comics. American comics. American comics stink. American comics suck now, man. There are no good American comics anymore. All American comics are all about gender swapping. Who's going to date whose boyfriend? You know, it's stupid. It's garbage. All the comic books that are in the Marvel DC universe is garbage. You know, garbage. And I don't read them. I stopped reading American comic books maybe 15 years ago when I stopped. Yeah, Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse. Published Umbrella Academy. I mean, I tried to come back to comic books a few years ago when I found out they made they did something really stupid. Instead of making new characters, they just took all the old characters and gender bended them and made them gay instead of making new characters. So UBY like they took Iceman instead of Iceman was a playboy like Archangel. Archangel's whatever his name is. No, they're both playboys, right? You know, to get all the girls and shit. So I don't understand why instead of just making a brand new character, he was your after Rob Liefeld. Dark Horse Published Umbrella after Rob Liefeld. Oh, Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld was cool back in the day, but you know, the reason why I stopped messing with, stopped reading. They made Iceman gay a little bit. Hell no, they was doing whole issues where the dude was just straight gay. I couldn't get around. I was like, wait a minute. Why would they make Iceman gay instead of creating a brand new character who's gay and bringing a whole new line of characters, you know, original characters, which Marvel needs. They need some original content. Instead of bringing original characters in, giving original stories like they used to, Liefeld the truth. You know, instead of like doing that, they would rather. Well, I know what animations I need out here now, so I can close this now. Instead of just Lord Ike, instead of just making new characters, like I was saying, I'll get to Rob Liefeld in a minute. Instead of just making new characters for this universe, right? They would rather just take old characters and gender bend them and make them gay, and a whole bunch of other stupid stuff. And I think that's not right for gay folks. You know, why would you want to recycle characters and make them gay? No, no, no. What you do is you introduce new characters with new backgrounds and new issues and new problems. You know, that way people could actually get into these characters and say, what? Huh? You know, you got a lot of people from the old school days like me, you know, who didn't like that. It really didn't like that. It's like, why come they're not making new characters? It's like it's like they have a how's I put it? It's like they have a creative block over there at Marvel and DC, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I just got so disgusted by them doing that. You know, they were killing off characters, and then well, the thing about it is, if you're creating new characters, you have to push the new characters. You know, just like when they created Wolverine. Once they created Wolverine, Wolverine was everywhere. You just don't create a character, stick him in a book, and say, oh, we did create new characters, and just like, he just makes an appearance. No. You go back to making annuals and stuff like that. Introduce these characters, make these characters important to the timeline. You know? And I'm lost what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. You know, that's what Marvel and all the stories and stuff were good for. It's like you introduce a character and make this character, make that characters in that timeline, in that storyline, in that story arc, imperative to the story. So when that character ever makes an appearance, they'll be like, oh, I remember that guy. He appeared in issue, blah, 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 and he could do this, and he did this, and that's how he saved the day. That's the way comic books used to be. Now, it's like, who has the most gayest of all the gay characters? You know, who are we going to make gay this week? You know, and I think that's an insult to gay people, you know? That's what I think. I think that's an insult to gay folks. Instead of doing something creative and new, they just rather just recycle old garbage, you know? They said I heard they're going to make Wolverine gay. I was like, yep, go figure. It's like nothing's new no more. Nothing's new. You know, there is nothing new to be gained from these new books. And the new writers like to have their own agendas. Yeah, that too. That's correct. That's why, you know, comics has been a recycle factory for decades. I don't know. Wolverine's son is by. I believe it. Logan isn't gay. Logan isn't gay yet. They're gonna make him gay. So they make Logan's son bisexual, you know, which I guess is okay. I mean, he is sort of kind of fits into that mode of being a new character, and not everybody is gonna, you know, that's just a fact of life. So I mean, I give him a pass on that one for now, but I guess they're gonna do a whole issue where he has to go and meet his date. I'm late for my date, like they did with Iceman. I was like, when I saw the issue, it was like the first after reading comic books for so long, then I pick up an issue of Iceman, and I was like, what is this garbage? This whole issue is about him trying to find a tie to him. This is about him going on a date. Why would I want to read a comic book? Logan has more kids than the X-Men. Kids, you mean clones. Thanks, Spider-Man, for the clone stuff, for the clone garbage. Let's see. How would I do this? Is it a file? Oh, I don't think I can take the hair out of here. Wait a minute, I think the hair, this is Dad's hair. I do believe that's Dad's hair. Hold on, let me check and see. There we go, scenes. I do believe that's Dad's hair. Let's see. Place. Oh, this is Dad's hair, so I can export that out. You know, it's just weird, folks. It's just weird what comic books, I mean, I don't know. So somebody said that the far left has come into comics and destroyed it, and the far right has come in and also doing their thing to destroy comic books. It's like nobody's happy with just picking up a comic book and going to a fictional world. You know, and that's what comic books are. It's a fictional world. Why would you? Why would why would you sit back and get angry because someone is introducing something like Black Lives Matter into a comic book? Why would you get angry? Why would you do episode upon episode Clownfish TV of straight stupid jargon? Comics, you're right. Comics are not fun. That's why I read manga. That's why every time I get a square chance, and this is what I do, folks. I don't read comic books. Every once in a while, I might pick up a manga. You know, I might pick up an American translated manga. I might pick up a Korean manga or whatever. You know, I might do something like that. But I will never pick up another. Oh! Every once in a while, I will pick up a trade paperback. You know. Comics is half inbred. It's true. It's true. That's what comics are, folks. Actually, I'm just gonna just take it to a modify. Edit. Add 3 exchange. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the coolest thing about comic books. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s reading comics, you were able to go to the comic book store and pick up any issue of X-Men, X-Men Annual, Captain America, any Marvel or DC book, and enjoy the read. You can sit back and enjoy the read. You know, you can sit back and enjoy reading a comic book. You know. Manga or comics, and your problem is the only thing in the top 10 comics and not others. Yeah, you know, that's true. Wait a minute, Ike. What you doing watching me this morning? Shouldn't you be playing COD with Miss Hana over there? Cause I think I don't know. Let me see if she's still playing COD. Yeah, look, she's over there playing COD right now. Shouldn't you be over there playing COD with her right now? Matter of fact, I should be playing COD with her right now. Matter of fact, I think I probably will. I don't have her. What's the name? Hold up. Let me ask her. Let me see what she said. Oh, I got her on mute.
I would go buy a condom, but I don't have the penis to put it on.
Here.
Well, don't you got a little plate?
Oh, that's because I ain't got my thing turned
No,
on.
I don't use those things.
That's shipment and handling. What do you mean?
He said shipping and handling.
What? Wait, what?
I think she's busy with her folks over there. Let's leave her alone. Yeah, folks, there's no fun in comic books. If you there you go, the iClone, and get FBX. I need to export her out. I need to get some motions out of here. It's hard. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's sometimes I feel kind of sad about the way comics are now. You know, wish comic books were done better. You know. Good morning, Rotopia. The way comic books are today, man, they suck, you know, and it's just horrible just watching something that I loved since I was a teenager, even before I was a teenager, just goes downhill. I think one year, all the covers they converted all of the male characters. They did the new Fantastic. They did a Fantastic Four, right? So you got the Fantastic Four, then you got the new Fantastic Four, which was Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider. Who was the other one? Hulk. Hulk. Okay, so you had Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, and Ghost Rider. All right, those were Hulk. Those were the Fantastic Four. Everybody knows the new Fantastic Four back in the day was I'm not too sure who wrote it, but I know Arthur Adams did the artwork for those books, and I had those books at one time, and I read the crap out of them. The art was wonderful, man. The art in them books were wonderful. They were awesome, and 2 issues fitted by Arthur Adams. Yep. It was wonderful artwork by Arthur Adams, and the thing about it is, Fantastic Four versus Mole Man, that was awesome stuff. I mean, if you look at Arthur Adams, Arthur Adams was the guy who kind of inspired, J. Scott Campbell, the guy who did Danger Girl. J. Scott Campbell can contribute everything he does, how he got it. I mean, you can see a lot of Arthur Adams stuff in Campbell's, what Campbell did back in the day. But Arthur Adams was there first, and he did he was able to do some nice stuff, Travis Cherish also was inspired by. You can see Arthur Adams stuff in Cherish a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but you can actually see some of Arthur Adams stuff in Travis Cherish work too. But the thing about it is that that was the new Fantastic Four. It wasn't. Hold on. Why isn't this? Hold on. That's odd. It won't come over. Oh, I know why it won't come over. All right. I know what the problem is. All right. I have to hit. Hold on. I'm about to get all this shit. Get it all. Just get it all. Get it all. Let's get it all. Just grab it all. Open it. Okay. But besides the part who drew it, it was just if I remember correctly, this race of aliens called the Skrulls or it's called SKU something, and one of them escaped to our planet, caused some trouble, and did something happened to the Fantastic Four. So there was a new Fantastic Four, and what you had was Spider-Man being Spider-Man replaced was basically Reed Richards, because Spider-Man is more just a hero. He's actually incredibly smart. Then you had the Hulk, who's basically taking the Thing's place, and then you had Ghost Rider, who was there to take the Human Torch, and who was the last one? Let's see, I got 3 of them. Invisible Girl was I guess Wolverine. What? Hold up. Wolverine was I don't know how that, but Invisible Girl was I guess Wolverine. I can understand Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. I can understand Peter Parker taking the place of Reed Richards. I can understand who's the other one? What's his name? The Hulk taking over the Thing's place, but Wolverine proxy is the Invisible Girl. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting there. So what you have here? But it was cool the way it was done, because they had the proxies on the team, but then again, they didn't act in a traditional sense of the Fantastic Four, because they were a little bit more. I would guess they worked different, but they got the job done. And that's what people are looking for. It's like, how can you get these misfits together and have them function as a Fantastic Four? But it worked. The story worked in a way. I mean, you had the Hulk and Wolverine. When the Hulk and Wolverine first met, they tried to kill each other, but they're on the same team, folks. And somehow, some way, they were able to win the day and save the world, and it worked. And think about it, it's not because of who they are, it's because of the personalities and the conflict between those two and the rivalries, and they got through it somehow to save the day. And I think it was Peter Parker that basically kept everybody together. You won't have no more story. You don't have stories like that. That was a stunt to boost sales, so they took the popular characters. Yeah, they did, and it worked. See, that's what you call a stunt that they can never repeat because you got too many idiots writing stupid stories out here. See, yes, that was a stunt. Take a whole bunch of characters who conflict with each other, throw them in a book, and have them save the world, and it worked. People loved it. The book, I think, the back issues tells everything, folks. Yeah, there's this thing. Once upon a long time ago, there used to be these things called back issues, and back issues were basically comic books that came out. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know. I think it did work. I mean, it did work. It was one of the most. It's still one of the most popular team ups ever made. In Marvel history. One of the most popular. I won't say the popular, but one of the most popular. I don't know. I have to debate that with you one day. I don't know. Yeah, because of art. I think because of Art Adams' art and direction of the story, it was a pretty good story. Yeah. But that's one of the biggest teams. I mean, it worked. I mean, the story. I mean, I read it. I liked the story. I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, folks. So I would say go back. I mean, I forgot. People don't deal with back issues no more. They buy trade paperbacks now. They didn't. But it was a popular crossover though. You can't not say that wasn't a popular crossover. That was the most. That most. Even if the sales wasn't there, the popularity of that book still exists today. If people say who's the rich, but the thing is not about how popular it was. All right. The whole thing about the whole comic book thing is that okay, so you had the original New Fantastic Four. Why is it many years later I go back and I hear there's a new Fantastic Four book out with the Ghost Rider and all them? I open up the book, it's all chicks. Ghost Rider's a chick now. The Hulk, well, we already knew Hulk was a chick now. Everybody was a chick. Even freak. Okay, we know Spider-Man was a chick, and it's like they tried to do something that's already been done, but make it all chicks with the same type of stupid storyline. It was stupid. I was like, okay, I understand them doing this again with females, but you have to do something like what happened to the old New Fantastic Four. Have them get kidnapped, killed, arrested, do something. Have them get framed for a murder. Nope, they just say, oh, here's the New Fantastic Four. It's just the whole thing about the history of comics, why comics suck, because they keep on going outside the timeline. People got their own agendas, their own stories they want to tell, instead of, remember, comics work on some type of continuity. When you start to mess and screw around with the continuity, it's not the setup. Yeah. Was that Fantastic Four? Hold on, let's look that up, folks. Yeah, we're gonna talk comics for a while. I haven't did no good comic book talking around. Let's see, Fantastic Four. 347 through 349. There it is. You can get it on eBay for $17. But yeah, that's the new Fantastic Four. Now, all you youngins out there, probably say, hey, that can't be it. They were all chicks. See, Spider-Man's a chick, Hulk is a chick, Wolverine is definitely a chick now. and Ghost Rider, he's a chick too. You would see that DJ had look up the cover browser. Cover browser. What issues? 347, 349. I must be typing. Oh, okay. Why'd I have to spell out 4? It's always they don't spell out 4. Let's see, 340. Let's see, 342. They're missing some issues here, aren't they? 335, 330, 346, 347. So this is the first Arthur Adams book right here. That's the next one. So he only did 3 issues, I do believe. So it's 347. Here it is. This issue got everything, including the kitchen sink. So yeah, this is the Arthur Adams issue. This is another Arthur Adams issue, and this was the final one right here when they all got saved or whatever. There's the mole man. Oh yeah. Scroll down. Who did this cover? Oh, Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan. Okay. All right, so Arthur Adams did that. Arthur Adams. Arthur Adams did this? I know I never did finish buying, what's it, Monkey Man O'Brien? Never finished that. That's Michael Turner. What's this? Yeah. Now this is Arthur Adams right here. Action Comics. That's Arthur Adams. Oh, that's definitely Arthur Adams. Those legs and thighs stay off. Look at the face. Look at the detail in the fingers. That's definitely Arthur Adams. This is Arthur Adams too. That's Arthur Adams. Look at the legs. The bendy, the blendy legs. And Arthur Adams, known for Mojo, known for Longshot. That's the series I think that I think the Longshot series was like the best thing he ever did. I always wanted Longshot. So this is what I found. So 347 is 348. And it looks like it changed colors on me. They want $70 for this book. Here's one for $2. It's like $70. That thing better be in super rare mint condition. But yeah, folks, there it is. There it is. And so let's look for what was it? New Fantastic FOUR. Let's look for that one. Comic. I bet you if we look hard enough, we'll find the one where they converted all the characters into females. What the flip is this? Earth 616. What? It's the garbage. Garbage. It's garbage. James Spider-Man leads Marvel's new Fantastic Four. What happened to the all-girl Fantastic Four? What happened to them? What's strange is I thought they killed off Wolverine. I thought Wolverine was dead in the Marvel Universe. When was this? When was this? This is August 5th. This was recent. Not too long ago. And, I don't know, folks. I mean, Marvel's so screwed up in their timeline. Yeah, there was a Fantastic Four. New Fantastic Four with all females. Let me see if that comes up. Yeah, they did a fantastic, new fan. I guess not. She used to cast black actress for Sue Storm. Now, I know for a fact there was. I went to the comic store. I know I saw it. It was called the New Fantastic Four, and this book was had been like a little over like 5 years ago. I opened up the book, and it was all of the characters. Wolverine was X-21. There was a female Ghost Rider. You know, She-Hulk was in it, and then there was the girl Spider-Man. I think it wasn't Spider-Gwen. It was some other chick. Yeah, I mean, why come timelines don't matter in comics no more? Why? You know, I don't understand why timelines don't matter. I know it wasn't the variant cover, it was the actual book, because you opened the book, you saw the chicks in there. You know, it wasn't. It was actually an actual book. I can't remember. You know, well, okay, I will tell you. Remember back in the day, X-Men, X-Factor, X-Men, X-Factor, New Mutants, Uncanny. Well, okay. I'm going ahead of myself. Actually, not X-Men, but Uncanny. There was X-Factor, New Mutants, and there was one other X book I can't remember off the top of my head. But you all remember the Executioner's song, right? Extinction Agenda, and after that came the Executioner's song or whatever. Now, if you look at the way those books were made back then, right? It was all continuity. Well, yeah, but still, you know, the timeline they set up back then led to the whole Cable thing, the X-Force thing, the Deadpool, all that stuff. X-Men, X-Factor, X-Force. Yeah. Now remember, X-Factor, you know, became the new X-Factor when Havoc ran the team and stuff like that. But if you look at the way, now I'm talking from the Extinction Agenda all the way to the Execution songs, all the way to the release of X-Men Blue Team, and you had Uncanny, which became X-Men Gold, all the way up to there, everything fell in place, all right? All the way to the part to where New Mutants ended, and then you had X-Force that came in. All that stuff blended together because we found out who Strife was. We found out that Nathaniel was Jean Grey's and Scott Summers' son. They sent in the future. You know, actually, this goes all the way back to the Goblin Queen, wherever it was. I forgot, X-Men Inferno. I mean, think about it. All the stuff that happened during that whole stint, like late 90s, late 90s, you know, all that stuff had a timeline. And they stuck to that timeline. And everything fell apart to after we found out stuff about Strife and Strife and Cable and Havoc and Summers and all that stuff. I think after that, that's when it started to go downhill for X-Men. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I always think about how well that was planned because that whole timeline lasted for years. Yeah, and they would the whole thing where Cable was like a hidden egg because Cable was actually first appearance was when they actually sent him into the future when he was born, because it wasn't Jean Grey's and Scott Summers' son. That was what's her name? Who was the Goblin Queen? I forgot her name. That was Scott Summers and the Goblin Queen son. You know, and she was a clone of Jean Grey, something like that. I heard about Rob's podcast. I should start listening to it. I should start listening to Rob's podcast. I should start really listening to that. Because I don't know what's been going on in comic books for a long time. And it's because they started doing stupid stuff, and I'm like, I ain't reading it. Why? And then on top of that, the prices of comic books went up. The prices of comic books have went up. I could buy a whole thick Shonen Jump for the price of 3 or 4 Marvel comics. It's crazy. $5 freaking for a comic book, man. Ridiculous. What? What the hell? What the hell? Why would I spend my money on that? Why? $5. The industry's that's why the industry is dying. Last time I checked, it was. I don't know. Maybe they're not dying. Maybe they found a way to get around shit. But the industry is dying, folks. Comics aren't for kids. Comics ain't been for kids for a long time. It's too much politics in comics. They need to tone the crap down. You know what's a good, if you're really into superpowers and stuff like that, and teams and mutant teams and stuff like that, I would suggest you read Hero Academia. That shit's dope. It's like Dragon Ball meets X-Men and New Mutants at the same time. You're correct. That's correct. The fans are dumb, and the creative people are spoiled. They think they can write anything and it's gold, and that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And Marvel knows this. That's why Marvel trolled everybody with that New Warriors stuff. That New Warriors book. That's why all you fans got trolled. You got trolled by Marvel. That was a troll. I mean, and people like Clownfish TV and Just Some Guy, they all fell for the troll. They all fell for it because, that's the problem with comics. Everybody's so highly opinionated on something so simple. Comic books have always been simple. You have the hero, you have the villain, you have the obstacles. It's an A, B, and C type stories. But people want to come in the industry and make them more than just simple stories for people to read and enjoy. They want to make them into something incredibly just complex and stupid for no apparent reason. And then when it comes to making a second issue, you got to think about is the same person going to be writing this? Because if a different writer comes on, they're going to do their own take of what happened before and say that what happened before didn't exist. Or the person was sleeping the whole time like Dallas. It was a dream. Yeah, superhero comics. Yeah, superhero comics are dead. They're done. They're finished. I would say if you're really into superhero comics and I like My Hero Academia. I love One Punch Man. One Punch Man is what comics are supposed to be. Fun. One Punch Man. If you ain't read One Punch Man, read it. It's fun. It doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to make any sense of how he wins his battles. It's just fun. It's just fun stuff. Continuity. I don't know, man. They said once the millennials grew up, they destroyed all the comic books that we know of. That's what I've heard, folks. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Hold on. Let me make sure that I put. Okay, it's in there. That's what I heard, folks. I heard. 90s were the hype, but oversaturation killed. Yeah, the comic book. What's it called? The bubble popped in the 90s. The bubble didn't pop until I don't know. When did the bubble pop? Was it 99 that the bubble popped? I think 99 was the last good year of comics. I remember I went to San Diego Comic Con in 99, and it was a guy chasing me around. I think Ike saw this guy too, chasing us around, say, "Hey, want to protect your comic book collection with comic book insurance?" I'm like, "No." I think I ran into the same guy 5 times. I guess we've got what I look like. Gold covers, silver covers, yeah. Everybody. Oh, don't forget the chromium covers. Don't forget Valiant, and they're notorious underprinting and underprinting of their books. They're notorious for making variant covers and all type of stuff. And then don't forget the Wizard, who was just like gaslighting them to do this shit. You know, I think Valiant Comics back then had some of the worst art. I don't care. I don't care, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I think they had some of the worst art, some of the lamest, slowest stories, and they were the ones who introduced the superhero Fat Girl. Don't forget that fans made more money selling those than the creators did. Yes, 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 yes. They paid the creators like shit. Valiant was the king of gimmick covers and low print runs. Yes, they were. And I remember one of the first Valiant books I bought was this book called Horde Corpse. And I like the idea because I like armor. I like characters like soldiers, marines, armor, and stuff like that. So I got that crappy ass book. And I got to like the third issue. I was like, why did I buy this? The art was subpar. The story was even worse than the art. And they made a high print run of the book, so I'm thinking that I'm buying this book. But then again, I found out they made variant covers. See, they did low print runs on the variant covers. So when the books got to the stores, the actual book store owners would go through the books and pull out all the variant covers, and then wait for the book to sell off the shelf. Then put the variant covers up, which was just doggish. You're supposed to put the variant covers out along with the regular covers. Yeah, you're right. It was like a old school gold key type of stupid, crap. Just crap, folks. That's what it is. That's what it was. It's always been just crap. I need to open up that and bring that character out again. Where is he at? Where is he at? I got 2 turntables and the microphone. That's what it was. Back in the day. You're right. I think the only book that was probably worth reading was probably Exo Manowar, but I never got into it. I couldn't read it. I couldn't really read it. They couldn't afford to print those covers. No, I mean, remember what was the book? What was the book that came out of nowhere and people were trying to buy? I mean, because Wizard said it had a low print run. It was Ride number 3. Was that it? Was it Ride number 3? It had like a print run of like 2,500 books. And when everybody found that out, everybody ran to the store and bought them. The book went from $3 cover price, $3 to I do believe $70 in like the day the Wizard was printed. The day the Wizard was printed, and they put in there that book is extremely rare. That book was at $70 that day. Solar too. Oh God, that book was garbage. I mean, God, the character design. I mean, it's an old book, right? Solar was an old book from like the 60s or 50s or something like that. And then Valiant got their hands on it. They didn't change the character. They didn't change they didn't change nothing on the character. They just brought the character back as is, all red with the Cyclops glasses and the radiation thing on it. The character looked stupid, and the book looked old. It was making new stories for it. It was just stupid. It was just retarded. I was like, I'm never reading that. Like, no, I mean, I think Valiant, the comic books the Valiant had were made for, back in my day, an older audience, those guys who were kids back then reading stuff. I don't think they were made for me. I really don't think they were made for me, folks. I don't think those books were ever made for me. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Those books was off. Those books were god off. I mean, I'd not say they're off. They probably had something redeeming value for people who actually read that junk. But for me and my friends and the people I know and for the people I know, none of us like those books. I mean, let's be real honest with ourselves, folks. We may have bought those books, but we didn't like those books. None of us liked those books. And we didn't like those books because it wasn't eye catchy. It wasn't popping. We just bought them because Wizard said they were worth buying. That's the only reason why we bought these books, folks. because Wizard had their little crummy. Yep, you're right. Wrath 3, 35,000 made. Yep, yeah, low ass print run, 1992. And Wizard just had to come out and say, "Oh, it's rare book." The book was only out for like a few months. It's a rare book now. See, Wizard had the ability to say any book was rare. Yeah. Every time a Rye book would come out after number 3, it got bought. I never got a chance to read Rye. I only got a chance to read Rye. I guess I can't remember, but I think it did come out in a paperback. And I went over to the comic book store. I went to the comic book store, opened up the book, and I actually just looked through it, and I said, "This is garbage." It's like, hey, now I know why I didn't buy this book. You have to be a real super lame-o to read this shit. I put that shit back. I was like, man, I wonder how much Rye 3 is worth now. I wonder how much it's worth now. Just straight garbage. I'm gonna put this guy in here. Cancel. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, now I can put you in here. There you are. And I'm gonna just take this off. You know, I rarely. Hold on. Is somebody ever talking to me on my what's the name? No, ain't nobody talking to me. But there we go. Now I can export him out. Oh, I remember Turok. Who doesn't remember Turok, folks? Oh man, I don't think nobody read that book past the cover. People went out and bought that book. So they played the media game. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did, sir. Yeah, I don't think nobody read Turok past his cover. Remember, it had this chromium. I think it had a specialty chromium cover or something, and everybody did. People would buy those books and put it straight into the freaking plastic bag. That's what you did with volume books. You bought them and you put them straight in. You would have never read the book. You just put it straight in the plastic bag because you're thinking like in a couple months you can cash in that book. So you pay $4 or $5 for that first issue, and then wait a couple of months. The book is going to be worth twice as much, and then you can take it back to the comic book store and use that book to buy more comics. That's right. Claim did buy them, didn't they? I remember that. Hey, that's right because because we know for a fact that Joe took the dinosaur out of the Turok game and tried to put it up for sale on Sketchfab, and that led to him to getting kicked off of Sketchfab, folks. I BS you not. Yes, folks, I have a video about it. I totally forgot about that. Yes, he stole from the Turok games. He always comes back to Joe, folks. I totally forgot about that up until now. Yeah, the Turok game. I remember that very well. The Turok brand made them the money most. Yeah, it did. And Turok wound up like they had enough money for Turok to afford Bart Series. Bart Series doesn't come cheap. So Bart Series cat on Turok, and then actually Bart Series was also on he was on Exo Manowar for a while. I do believe. Oh, excuse me. I got the belches. I got the belches, folks. Actually, I don't need him. I just need him. Oops. I just need him in the T-pose. Bart is cheaper than you think. Oh my God! Did you have to bring up that garbage, Deathmate? Yeah. Why wasn't Bart Sears a top tier artist back then? I mean, he was pretty good. But I don't understand why he never became one of the top tier artists. I mean, he had the ability to. I mean, he was. Well, he did Justice League, and he's been known for Justice League and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, he should be up there like top tier artists like the Cuberts. The Cuberts are top tier artists because he didn't sell books. Image had some great comics. I don't know. I think Image got better over time. I've always, and I know DJ Hijack gonna have to say something to say about when I say this, but I've always liked the Savage Dragon comic book. I always liked that. I like Spawn when like the first 10 issues of Spawn, and then when Greg Capullo totally took it over, I was like, I got going away from it. I love Pitt. The comic book Pitt. I love Pitt. Pitt was awesome, dude. I loved it. The story was really good. Yeah, I love Pitt. It was an awesome book. I love that book. Yeah, I guess you could say that about Image. I mean, I agree. Yeah. Bart Sears did Justice League International, and he did. It looked nice. Justice League. If you go back and pick up the old issues of Justice League International, there was some good stuff in there. I like the way he did Captain Adam. I think he did one of the best Captain Adams that was ever made. Well, I don't know. When I guess like Witchblade started off as a good, cool original idea. Cyberforce when it came back was pretty good. They had Team 7, which was a pretty good book. Wetworks, I guess Wetworks when it finally got printed, like the first couple of issues of that was good, and then it like stopped for a while. Then it came back with somebody else drawing it. Stormwatch was awesome. They had some good titles there. Almost none. Yeah, if you go back and look at the original issues of Gen 13, the first issue of Gen 13, everybody's face looks like Jello. And what's her name? Fairchild, whatever her name was, her legs looked like spaghetti. It was awful. You went back there, it was like, oh man, this is dope. This is uber cool. But when you go back and look at that dated ass artwork, you see Scott Campbell's early stuff. It's like everybody looks like Jelloo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you can tell with Wildcats, Cyberforce. Silvestri worked on X-Men, so whatever he did on X-Men was actually repeated. What he did with the Cyberforce, and Wildcats was X-Men. What Jim Lee did on X-Men was just repeated. With the team books. Spawn is basically Spider-Man with powers. What else? Youngblood was the New Mutants or X-Force, what you want to call it. Yeah. So, but here's the thing about Image. After a while, maybe many years later, those books had to change, and they did. Those books changed. The only person I can remember, I guess the only person I can remember who actually did something that they really wanted to do was probably Larry Stroman when he went out and did Tribe, because Tribe was totally fresh. It was totally new. It's like the guy from X Factor ran off and did his own book. It's full of black heroes. Had some cool characters in it. It's like one of them guys who like something he always wanted to do but never had a chance to do it, and then was able, had the ability to do it, and then he did it, you know. Oh, Bart Sears. Yeah, Bart Sears' old stuff is kind of dated compared to his new stuff. His new stuff looked good. Yeah, but you know, Bart Sears went to the Cubit School of animation and art, and well, back when I don't know if they teach animation anymore. Yeah, I like Tribe. I like Tribe. I like Stormwatch. Stormwatch was a real fun read. Stormwatch was a really fun read. Butcher Knight. I don't remember that title. That's probably after I started reading. I think I remember Midnight Nation. I mean, you talk about books that I stopped reading. You talk about you getting close to like the 2000s and stuff when I stopped reading comics. The last comic books I stopped reading, like I was reading anything by Joe Madureira. Um, who else? Who else was I read? I was actually picking up books that Jim Lee done. Um, and there's a couple of few artists, and I was only Ed McGuinness. Anything but Ed McGuinness. What's the dude name? Dude who did oh man, the guy who did those books for Kabuki. I forgot the dude's name. I picked up his books. I picked up anything by Adam Warren. Anything by Adam Warren I picked up, but then I got tired of Adam Warren because I just got tired of I got tired of his like that stupid writing. He had like this talkative writing style, and it's like reading one of his books is like reading a freaking novel. 32-page book shouldn't feel like I've just read a whole novel. You know, I never read Spy Boy. Battle Chasers, I love Battle Chasers. I mean, Battle Chasers was like the most different book that came out at the time because Joe Madureira was doing it, and Joe Madureira brought that anime manga-ish type feel, style, you know, and the story was good. It's just the fact of for some reason they just decided to just stop. I mean, the book took like forever to come out. The first couple of issues, and then it wasn't the first couple of issues. It was like the later part of the book, which took like time to come out, and then they stopped the book. I mean, it made me so mad that he stopped that book at a pivotal time, where I'm like, the story was getting really, really good. We was learning about the gauntlets. We learned about the a lot of stuff, you know. And then we're stopping the book. You know, I don't know why they stopped the book. You know, I never found out why they stopped the book. You know, I never looked into it. But years later, he comes back on Avengers. He did some stuff between then, but it's just that he came back on Avengers. I think, you know, he had this video game company, and I don't know if that video game company is even still around. You know, I really don't know. You know, I don't know. It could be. I'm not sure. But I know one of the biggest things he did was the video game company, and he was so set on making games and stuff. And then somebody told me that he's not making video games no more. He still does work for in the industry, but he doesn't own the company or something. I'm not sure what happened with that deal. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't really been in the comics for a while. I don't even, when it comes to somebody even asks me about comic books, I was like, the last good thing I remember about comic books, about comics, was a few issues of X-Men that I enjoyed that Madureira did. And that's about it. That's about it. You know, there's nothing too much I remember about the comic book industry. It's the fact that, you know, I look back at how long it's been since I actually went to the store and actually bought a comic book and not a trade paperback. It's been a long time. Because, I mean, I might buy something off the wall. Like, I might buy an Antarctic Press, like a Gold Digger. Like, if anybody read the book called Gold Digger by Fred Perry, I like that dude's art. Charles says Battle Chasers is out on the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's cool. You know, I haven't played it. I have not played that game. Let me export this out so I can get this in Motion Builder so I can work on it. Let me. Huh? Let me hit no. Motion builder preset. There you go. And just hit OK. Yes, I know. Export that out. I'll work on that later. Spy Boy was I forgot who did Spy Boy. Who did Spy Boy again? I forgot the guy's name. Matter of fact, I met the guy who did Spy Boy. I forgot the guy's name. I met that dude. Alright, so this is done. I got all the stuff I need to get done today. I'm doing this little session here. This is not going to work for what I need, so that's gone. Popmon, yeah, I met him. It was a comic book show here. I can't. Was it River City? It wasn't River City Comic Con. What was the name of that Comic Con that we have here? What we had here? And Popmon came, and I actually interviewed him, talked to him. I think the video is somewhere on my channel when I talked to Popmon. But it was Popmon. I have a video of me talking to Howard Shakin, me talking to one of the Cuberts. I think it was I forgot which Cubert it was. It's one of the boys I talked to. The one who worked on Wolverine. I think it was Adam or Andy. I think it was Adam Cubert. I talked to him. I have interviews with when they came to St. Louis. I took my video camera, my little black video camera, and I did talk to them, walked around, talked to them. I may upload those one day. I may actually upload those videos one day. And yeah, and I actually went up there to him and said, "What's shaking?" The dude's funny. He's fun. We cracked some jokes and stuff, and it's on the video. I don't know, but back then I was trying to be like I was trying to do like a YouTube like back then. I was trying to do like a YouTube channel where you can come and check out like me talking to like comic book artists and stuff. But think about it, St. Louis, we don't get it. Yeah, his books are wild. I think Howard Shank is like one of those good, really good artists and writers out there. I mean, he can draw. It's real good too. I mean, his artwork is really good. You know, he does some really edgy work. Very edgy work. Okay, really edgy work. But he's all around Black Kiss, American Flag, yeah, all that stuff, all that cool stuff that he did. Yeah, so. Check his stuff out. Just go to comic book store, ask for a trade paperback, or if you can find the back issues. Yeah, yes, folks. Yeah, all comic book stores should have back issues. You know, back in the day, there was back issues. You went in, you asked the store owner, "Where are your back issues?" He would just point to the back, and it'd be like this little cave, little dark area with bats and cobwebs and stuff floating around, and trolls and stuff back there. You had to go back there and fight your way and get through all the bins, and then when you finally got to the bin that's marked that has the letter of the first word of your comic book, you would go get on your knees, pull it out. You know, the thing was heavy too. Pull it out and go through all of that crap. And then until you find that issue you've been missing. Then you're like, I'm complete. I'm complete. I've completed the mission. I found that last issue that finishes off the whole series. Then you get it home, you read it, and then you're like, I went through all that crap just so I could read it. You know, it was fun. Comics were fun back in the 80s and 90s, folks, when we actually had people who actually read the books. You know, who read the books for one thing, fun. People have to read these books now to see who's up on the social justice. You know, who's being denounced this week. What Trump did this week that makes him to the comic book. No, wasn't none of that stuff back then. Now you did have your books that had Reagan in it every once in a while, but you know it was in an alternate dimension, alternate world, and all the other cool shit. But back in the 80s, comic books were cool. You know, you did have some of your social issues pop up occasionally, but they were done with taste. You know, once it was done, it was done. They didn't go back to it. They went to actual comic book stuff. You know, and it's just so sad just to, you know, to see. And you know what? I think the problem with comic books came when it got over Hollywood. And I don't know if anybody knows. I think when I went to the Comic Con in 1999, I think that was like in San Diego. I think that was like the last time that I would have saw an actual real comic book show that's ran by people who actually collect comic books. You was able to get a table there. You can call, get your table in advance, be able to get a table. There wasn't no 5 or 6 year waiting list back then in 1999. 2000 is when I went back again. No, it wasn't 2000. I think it was 2002. I went back, and that's when I started to see the change. It's like when I went in '99, there wasn't that many celebrities there. It was celebrities there and people who came there, but it was like people from like Lou Ferrigno and other people from like these old shows from back in the '50s and '60s, and these people are still around. They're taking photos and stuff. So you would probably see people advertising for some of the new movies coming out. But when 2002 came here, it was just disgusting. It was like you just saw. I met the guy from Buffy Vampire Hunter, Slayer, the British talking guy, the with the accent. I met him. Buffy wasn't there, but that's all right. And it was strange. It was like it was strange. It was strange to see Hollywood just come in there and encroach and you just saw the comic book companies pandering to them. And I forgot what movie. It was a movie that got released and was very successful. I think it wasn't Iron Man. I don't think it was Iron Man. Iron Man wasn't there yet. But in 2002, you saw the change coming. You saw the industry changing. The industry changed because they had the little bubble, and the bubble popped, and they were looking for a new identity or something new. And then Hollywood just came into the convention, and they just took over. And ever since then, they've been there. It's harder to get a booth there. You used to be able to be a mom and pop store and be able to go put all your books or whatever you had into your back of your truck and van or whatever, and travel all the way to California, San Diego, and get a table that day. Now you can't do that. You got to reserve a table like 4 or 5 years in advance. It's crazy now. And all the comic book shows. We didn't have cosplayers back then. They weren't even called cosplayers. You had people that dressed up their favorite character, and they were called costumes. The cost stuff came from Japan. And I'm just going back on the old days. No, I was luckily I was in my. I don't even think I was in my 20s yet, but yeah, I was in my 20s. Yeah, I was in my early 12s. I was like 21, maybe 22, and I enjoyed the world of comic books back then, folks. I loved it, But something happened. It just got gross. It just got oversaturated with garbage. I'm not talking about just the print runs of comics. I'm just talking about the garbage that's in comic books today. I might be sound like an old fogey. Well, I am an old fogey. I'm 45 going on 46, but still. I miss those days. I miss those days when you had artists and you had writers, you had content, Today we don't have that. We don't have that stuff. We got people with their own agendas. We got and the worst thing I think today in comic books, you have shows like I'll name them. You got and I'm only saying this, because I do watch them. You got shows like Clownfish TV, who are just, I guess, pop culture panicists, and I think that's what it is. You got these people who panic when it comes to comics. They've been saying, "Oh, comic book history is dead. Look at them, blah blah blah, HBO Max." Blah, blah. It's like, God damn. It's like when news comes out, or when somebody posts something on the Twitter, they will do a whole freaking 45-minute show based on 2 paragraphs somebody said on Twitter. Then after they do that, they will go and try to find the article and read the article to you. Now, they're not actually going up and reading you something that they investigated and found out. No, they read you stuff off of other people's websites. And then give their opinion on what they just read instead of trying to find the stuff. No, that ain't the way news work. That's not news. That's not news. That's you reading other people's stuff. That's what it is. That's you reading other people's stuff. and getting views off of it. I mean, I could do that. I could sit back and go on Twitter and troll Twitter all day looking for stuff to report, and then come up with some stupid title saying, "Oh no, this is doom, and start going on. From that, I mean, it's I don't know. It just shows like that. I mean, I still watch them. I still watch Clownfish TV. I'm subscribed to them, so I watch them. I watch them just so I can see the ridiculous. But the one thing that really tuned me off their show the other day is when they started. I think that somebody said something about Black Lives Matter, and they went berserk over there. They just, I forgot what episode it is. I mean, they make an episode every hour. They do Clownfish. They do an episode Clownfish hour every 30 to 45 minutes a day. So. But they start talking about Black Lives Matter, and think about it. And I think after this, I'm going to shut up for the rest of the day. I'm going to shut up and do something else. Work on my. Well, I'm supposed to be working on my shit, but they had something to say about Black Lives Matter, and the way they were talking about it made it seem like it was wrong for anybody to talk about Black Lives Matter, or anybody, why are you bringing up Black Lives Matter in the comic book, blah, 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 blah. It was just ridiculous, because I'm like, well, I see what direction that this channel is going, and what they don't understand is what I understand and why Black Lives Matter, because number one, neither one of them are black. So I don't expect them to understand why Black lives should matter, and I would never understand them ever understanding what Black lives matter. My life matters. It's been times I come across the police, I didn't know if I was going to live or die because they put a gun in your face before they even ask you who your name is. They'd rather pull you out your car and beat you before they know what your name is. These are things that neither one of those people on Clownfish TV would probably never ever know. But yet, they know so much they can sit back and talk stupid about Black Lives Matter. It's the same problem I have with Joe. When Joe goes after my blackness, or he talks about me, or he says stuff about me or my supposed crime family, he only does that because his knowledge of black people is limited. That's what people like him and Clownfish TV, what they know about black people is very limited. One thing in all their limited thinking is they forget, just like them, we're human also. Just like you have the ability to say what you want to, we should have the ability to say what we want to, even if it's a comic book or whatever. The lack of education of how another person does or who they are or where they come from just astounds me when it comes to the world of comic books. People want to say, oh, it's all race. No, it's not race. It's all about being human. What comes before race? Humanity. That's what comes before race. Any humane person would see the things that's been transpiring in the news for the last couple of months, years, and decades. It's all because we have a lopsided system. And if you too narrow-minded to see that, well, then I can't explain to you anymore. I mean, the folks over at Clownfish TV, they're not young. They're not youngins. They're not young people. These are old people who have kids and stuff like that, and they're teenagers. But yet, as soon as somebody mentions Black Lives Matter, any place in the media, they hop on it. They hop on it like they're the cure for cancer. And that's the problem I see. They treat this movement like it's cancer, and it's not. It's the cure for the cancer that's in society. This Black Lives Matter isn't something that was made to enrage white people. That's not what it's there for. It's there to enlighten you, to let you understand there's a problem. And we want you to understand what the problem is. We don't hate nobody. The Black Lives Matter is not about hate. It's about enlightenment. And once you shut up and listen, maybe you'll get something out of it. Maybe. I'm just saying. But then you got people like them, and they have their right to say what they want to. Just the same thing with the just some guy, good dude's named just some guy. I agree with a lot of stuff that dude says sometimes, but sometimes, just like any other, sometimes a lot of stuff gets up under my skin. But then I gotta remember who this guy is. You know, who this guy is. He's a. It's all about the word too, meaning also. Yeah, exactly, Chuck. Exactly. It's all about the word. You know, it's all about the word. You know, we went from comics to we talked about a lot of subjects today, folks. But this is the only subject I always talk about last, because I don't want to, because people know when it gets to the end of my show, it's time for you all to go, because some people stick around, some people don't. But I'm just talking about some of these shows out there that are on YouTube. And most of these shows, they call themselves critique shows, and I don't that whole critique thing, it kind of like irks me, because there are no professional critiques. You can't even go to school and take up being a professional critiquist, you know. But it's called critiquing. These people don't know what critiquing is. Joe calls himself a critiquist, and he's not. He's just a buffoon living in his mom's garage, doing the most racist, slanderous shit you can ever think of, because he needs attention. That's what he is. You got people like Clownfish TV who actually, they don't really make their own articles. They read other people's articles, and they report that stuff to you by reading what's in the article to you and giving their opinion on the article, instead of just saying, okay, well, this is what we found out. Blah, blah, this. I'm like, really? So you're going to do a whole nother show about something you just read that just got released seconds ago, and you're going to do a whole 15, 20, or hour-long show on something that you just read. You know? But that's typical of what they do. That's what they do. You know? What I try to do is try to listen to shows like that. And I listen to a lot of them. There's a lot of these shows like theirs out there. And whatever at the top of the agenda, like, here's the thing, if you got, like, suppose you got, like, 10 of the top YouTube channels that talk about Black Lives Matter, right? Okay, they talk about Black Lives Matter, and out those 10 shows, they're not talking very positive about Black Lives Matter, and these shows are getting thousands and thousands of views, because they're talking about Black Lives Matter, but, you know, just jargon. Well, they talk about comic, and out them shows, like, maybe the top 2 or whatever is talking about comic books and Black Lives Matter. So what do you think Clownfish TV gonna do? They're gonna follow what the top 2 people are doing when it comes to comic books and Black Lives Matter, and talk about it in the same narrative as if, oh, Black Lives Matter, you know, this was doing so great until they started talking about Black Lives Matter, and they're going to do basically the same show and copy it. And they're not the only ones. There's a bunch of shows out there that do that. Bunch of pop culture critique media shows. Whatever happened to the days of YouTube where you actually just had a show, and, you know, and you did stuff. Not copied stuff, but you did stuff. If you look at some of the creators that are making so much money on YouTube, they did stuff. They're doing stuff. They're creating stuff. They're doing new stuff. But everybody wants to copy everybody. I try not to copy nobody. I did my tutorials. This channel started off doing tutorials and animations until, you know, it got, you know, until it got possessed by the troll. But you know, I don't know, folks. I don't know. This is just my opinion at this point about a lot of stuff out there. You know, and my opinion can vary at times. My opinion, but I kind of like what I do. I kind of like that I don't. I'm kind of like that I don't do shows like Just Some Guy or what's that guy? That Scriber guy does Cyberfrog. I don't do that. I don't try to do Clownfish TV type of stuff. I don't try to do. What I try to do is just sit here, do animation, what I am actually doing animation. I sit to do animation. I like to work. I like to talk to people. I like to have fun. I like to debunk anything Joe says about me, and I like to do stuff like that. But the whole thing, and every once in a while, I will talk about Black Lives Matter and things that mean something to me. But I don't go to the extent of like telling people, oh, it's weird, oh, it sucks that people got to talk about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I don't see no reason to do that. If there's something wrong with Black Lives Matter, folks, I would have said something a long time ago. You know, and sometimes I do say stuff about Black Lives Matter as if some people are holding up the signs but don't know what the true meaning is. You know, I understand you have people out there who put the sign up just so they can go and loot and riot and shit like that at night. But those aren't the people I speak for. All right, I don't speak for the people who just imitate that they want to help the cause for Black Lives Matter. I go for the people who actually do the peaceful protests, who keep on asking the same question, why are we still being shot this day and age? You know? But to hear that, I mean, that I just totally just, like, almost got to unsubscribing to their channel over the what I heard for them the other day. Like, oh, it's Black Lives Matter. Then you got that one chick. Her name was Geeky Sparkles, whatever her name is. Geeky Sparkles, whatever. When she talks, that's when I basically turn it off. When she talks, I'm like, I'm cool with the guy talking, but when she comes on the show, I just cut it off. Because I know this show's I know it's about to go down. You know, I know the show's about to go down. I mean, I enjoy the show until she talks. Unless she's talking about something that's not, unless she's talking about something that actually makes sense, I can't take the yelling and screaming from her. I really can't. I just cut it off. Sometimes I have to do that to just some guy. I listen to his stuff, and sometimes it's hard to watch his stuff. Sometimes I do get. I mean, the difference with his show and their show is that I actually get something out of his show. You know, I can get something out of his show and be happy and content with it. You know, like, okay, I disagree with him on that, but he has a point. You know, he has a point on some of the things that other people say, especially when it comes to the far left. Because I want to say, I'm not far left, folks. But some of the shit y'all do on the far left is just about as bad as the shit they do on the far right. Alright? Y'all need to cut it out, really. You need to cut it out. For real. You know. But I think that's it for me today, folks. I think I talked about enough of what I think I talked about enough. I think we did enough today. I think we had some fun. I want to rename this show. This is not an animation progression. Animation progression is basically me just working on animation with me not talking. But since Charles wanted to come in here and get me to talking about shit, there you have it. So this is One Gun. Thank you all for watching. All you lurkers out there, please like and subscribe. Yeah, 2 hours, dude. You got me going. You had me going off on a tangent for 2 whole hours, dude. 2 hours. And you stayed here the whole time. The whole time. I think it got so bad that even DJ Hijack, I think he left, dude. But that's alright. I'm about to hook up with Hijack in a minute so we can play us some COD. So I'm going to go in here. It's the afternoon, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to admit that I miss you, but I miss you. You know, I miss all you guys. But that's just my word for the day, folks. That's just what I have inside of me, because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, about the whole Black Lives Matter and some of these shows. And like I said, Clownfish TV is just an example of it's just an example. You know, it's just one of the shows that I like that no, I am subscribed to. I do watch it. Some of the time they do have stuff on there that I do enjoy watching. But sometimes they do stuff like that, and I wish that. And it's stuff that I see them only talking about because it's what everybody else is talking about. But you don't have to talk about what everybody else is talking about. You can actually talk about other stuff. You know, I sat here today and talked about other stuff. You know, I didn't bring the Black Lives Matter thing in until I remembered what you guys did the other day to kind of tune me off the show for a couple of weeks now. So I'll return watching your stuff again. But I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch it, and if I don't like it, you know, especially if Geeky Sparkers get on again and start talking, you know, at the top of her lungs, I'm just gonna cut it off again and just go back to watching Just Some Guy. I think Just Some Guy hit some points, hit some keynotes in some of his stuff, which you can disagree or debate, but I don't think he just talks about stuff just because everybody else is talking about stuff. Actually, he starts conversations. You know, Clownfish TV, they don't. They continue conversations. This guy starts conversations. You know, And you can agree with what he says or don't. But these guys over here at Codfish TV, they're just taking what everybody else saying and repeating it, basically. You know? Well, which ain't bad, you know, especially when they give up their sources and stuff. You can actually go and just stop watching the channel after they give up their sources and go to the source itself and read it and get your own opinion instead of listening to theirs. So, this is One Gun. I'm signing out. See you guys later. I'm going to take a chill pill. And check me out weekdays at any time. I could be streaming. Or you can just subscribe to my channel and hit the bell and get me that way. Man, I talked a lot today. This is One Gun. I'm signing out. Peace.
Windows tinted. I own everything around me, you can say it's rented. Not talking phone numbers when I'm talking 7 digits. I'm sturdy like a milli rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket, don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket, it sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the noggin. Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, I can't do no time to leave that gun around. In my teens we were acting up and running around. Now we're grown, still get to it if it's necessary. On the ground from January to January. Never met nobody who retired when they were young. So I guess I gotta get it to the cemetery. Getting paid just for rapping is fun. I lit up around a month and every February. Talk inside, no electric. It's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Told him slide, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777. Couple of money in my head just to say they did it. Can't lie, I'm so paranoid and the windows tinted. I own everything around me, you can say it's rented. Not talking phone numbers when I'm talking 7 digits. Earn it by the day, every second minute. Used to pay me none, look, now they pay attention. Everybody say they drip, but I banded it. See them copy all the looks, but I stay switching. Pick up the loot, then hit the bank. Can never change, still roll the change. Captain say the pay, this ain't the day. They made me wait, I'm breaking chains. Yeah. Tell me feeling bubbly out the rose. Took a minute, but I got it out the soul way.